Are you trying to do everything by yourself in life, at work and at home? Do you feel like you always have to have a control in everything that you do? If that resonates with you, watch this video until the end and you will find out how to start receiving help with joy. First and foremost, my name is Ania Makowska, and if you are first time in this channel, I would love to welcome you. And of course, if you are watching me for a while, I'm happy to have you here. So I am a personal development trainer. I help people to achieve great balance in their life and deliberately create the lives that they want to live. So today, all about receiving help. I give you a little memory of mine, a little example from my life, how a small little thing, small little situation shifted my perception hugely on receiving help. So receiving help for some can be very easy thing to do, and I know people like that. Receiving things, receiving compliments, receiving anything, but particularly help. For me, it wasn't for many years. Honestly, still it's the work in progress. Still is a work in progress, but definitely it's much better than it was before. And the first situation that have shifted my perception on help and made me really think about receivership was this one. It was a few years back now. I was just outside my fitness studio, and I had a bike and a car. So, and it was piss raining. It was awful weather, awful weather. So instead of cycling home, or I think to the gym that time, I've decided to put the bike into the car, and I had a small little Fabia, Skoda Fabia, and just, grab my bike and maybe if brights up, go cycle. So it's me there trying to push in the bike into the car, squeeze it in, and I can't. I'm struggling. And I hear that voice from the far away saying, "Would you like help?" And I turn around, and there was an old gentleman who was just working in the corner, right? And I said, no, thank you. I'm fine. Me, a strong person who doesn't know how to receive help, it's there, right? And I'm soaking wet at this stage, cold. Keep trying to push that bike into the car. And I hear again the same gentleman asking me if I would like help. And I'm like, no, thank you, I'm fine. So in my mind is there, no, I've done it before, it's fine, I can do it by myself, right? Have you ever experienced it, by the way? So within a couple of minutes, I'm still struggling, getting even more annoyed that I cannot handle it. It didn't even cross my mind to ask for help, to ask this gentleman for help, because in my mind was that I can handle it, end of story, right? So I feel a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, and it's the same gentleman saying those two powerful words: "You don't have to be doing everything by yourself." Boom! It was like a slap in my face. Of course I know I don't. Of course you know you don't have to do it everything by yourself. But you also may be thinking like I was, listen, my troubles, my problems are my problems. And, I know I can handle them. I've handled, much more difficult things, right? So, but when he said that, I don't know what it was, but it was like a slap in my face. I don't know. I smiled, I cried, I don't know. I said, thank you so much. Within a couple of seconds, he pushed the bike into the car, and all was done. I got into the car and I started thinking, it's like, what is in me that it doesn't allow others to help me, right? Did I discover that time? No, I didn't. I just thought I am a strong person. That is it. Of course, when I was studying myself, when I was developing myself, I discovered what it was. It was just past beliefs, patterns of what I've been taught by my mom. with full respect and love to her. Of course, she's an amazing person, but because she always been a very strong person, my dad died when I was very young, so we didn't have a man figure for a while in a house. So she had to do everything by herself, and she had to handle all those things. So I've been watching her, and I've created that picture of a strong woman who doesn't ask for help, who can handle herself, even that she struggles, even that she cried over, during the nights, and, things like that. I've seen this, but I truly believed on a subconscious level, I haven't chosen this belief, but my programming happened that time of my life, that it's okay to struggle, and you don't need to be asking for help. So maybe you have watched a strong parent or a strong someone around you when you were a child, even seeing them struggling, even seeing them, going up and down with emotions. Maybe you've been experiencing their emotional reactions on you when things were not going well, but you've seen them, and in a sense they succeeded. They were living the life. They were alive anyway. So maybe you've watched this pattern and you accept it. This is how it has to be. This is the way how it works. Or maybe you had to prove yourself to someone, to a parent, right? Maybe you weren't good enough and you've always had to be pushing and trying to do better and more. And you accepted that pattern, and you've accepted those beliefs that you have to be doing things by yourself to be acknowledged as a good, strong person. Wherever it is, it doesn't matter right now. What matters is that you realize that this is happening, and it is not the way you want to go. This is not the way that how you want to operate, because when you think of it, when you stop for a minute and you think of it, you realize that if you actually had help, it would be so much easier. It would be so much faster. It would be so much enjoyable, right? So is it at home or is it at work? It doesn't matter. Or is it just, when you're walking into the shop and you have 3 bags and, carry on your handbag and you're not allowing people to even open the door for you, right? Even if you can't receive that help, it'd be so much easier and so much powerful. So the question is how to get over that belief, that pattern, that programming, how to overcome feeling not so well when you're receiving help. Oh, I believe you are such a good person because you're watching this video, a good-hearted person that you would love to give all the time, and you do not want to be, putting a pressure on your friends or your spouses, wherever, with your problems, because you can handle them. I know you would even give more when you are struggling. I know you are that kind of person. But this is not the way to go. Why? This is what's gonna shift your perspective on receiving help. This is what really shifted my perception. So the one situation with the man and a bike that helped me, it was a beginning of me starting thinking, why am I not receiving help? Why would I help everyone and everything around me, but I can't accept a simple help from someone? That was the beginning. The next situation was very shortly, it was my current partner, current and present partner. Simple story. Always when we start going out, he would always take my gym bag, right? And his gym bag, and he would say to me, take the waters. And I would say, no, that's silly. Like, give me the bag and, can just be fair. I can handle my bag. I always did before when I was single. And he'd be like, no, it's fine. I can take it for you. And I wouldn't allow him either to help me in situations like that. And the real shift happened there. When I've seen his disappointment when I would take the gym bag off him. And I've seen the shift on his face, physical expression of his disappointment, of his lack of fulfillment. I know it seems simple, but it is actually simple. So what I realized that time was I wasn't allowing him to feel good. Me, as a giver, I feel amazing when I can give and someone receives it with, gratefulness. I just love it. And I don't do it because for them to be grateful, but they doing it because it makes me feel so good that I am able to give something to someone. And that time I realized that I wasn't allowing him to feel that beautiful feeling of being able to help. So I want you to start thinking of receiving help like about giving the opportunity to others to help you so they can feel good. That makes sense to you? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense to you. So what literally you are doing by receiving help, you are giving the amazing feeling of being able to help. So if it's at home with your kids, with your spouses, you trying to run 2 jobs at the same time, you preparing all the lunches and you cleaning and you changing the beds and the sheets and I running everything. Now remember, if you have been doing that for a long time, you have to approach it with the right mindset. Because now if you're gonna go home and you're gonna say, I'm gonna give you the fantastic feeling of giving, and you're gonna start throwing things at your kids and at your spouses. So it's like, so you're gonna do this and you're gonna do this and you're gonna feel fantastic because you can do this for me. It may not work, right? So you need to approach that correctly as well. Make a family meeting, have a chat with them, say, you know what guys, I really need your help. I'm very busy at work now. I work with this project. It's so demanding and I'm asking you to help me for that period of time. And those things that they'll be helping you with, they might be changing. But you also give them responsibility. And if they be responsible for something, especially works with kids, they have the sense of fulfillment because they are doing something and they have that beautiful feeling of achieving it. Of course, you have to admire them for it. You have to thank them for it. You have to acknowledge it. Don't treat it as a job for them, okay? So, but this is the whole different story, the approach to it, right? The whole idea is of you dedicating jobs, but seeing them as a help for you so you can take off the pressure from your shoulders. Small, tiny steps, step by step, every day, every week, will give you the whole big picture, right? It's the same at work. You are working on a project. I know no one can do as good as you. However, you have to trust. You have to allow people to help you with it. And you know what? It's going to get easier and easier every time you do it. People will work together. You will work together as a team and you will find out that, there are strengths and weaknesses and you can work different times with different people on different projects, right? Always be aware of how you feel. This is the key. How you feel about working with someone, about yourself, how you feel in the situation. It's going to be uncomfortable. If you always been only giver and not receiver, you've never practiced because you are a receiver. I'm telling you that right now, but you haven't practiced that bit of you. It's going to be challenging, and be proud of yourself going through that process. Now, so let me know in the comments if you have processed receivership. How did you get on? Maybe you can share with me your first story that made you think that maybe it'd be worth it to receive something. I'm looking forward to hear from you.